Rightio guys, welcome back to the channel. Nothing much happening right at this second, but we have a few bits and pieces that I just wanted to run through on both vehicles, the Project G60 and also the GU. There's a little bit going on. We'll start off with the G60 now. This is where we're at. I'm not sure what have I got coming up as far as specific videos on that. I have the bump stop video, the Dobinson bump stop video. Like I've said in previous videos, these come out when they're ready to be edited. So I started the bump stops a long time ago, but they're not quite finished because I needed to get body sitting on there. So that's the reason that these things aren't necessarily in chronological order. It's pretty well ready to start, but the whole rear is good to go. She's looking nice with this chassis all pretty well finished, and a bit of nice Dobinsons and Superior gears sitting amongst it. So yeah, the only thing I need to do on that is weld in these mounting cans now that we've set heights, and yeah, we're happy with where things are sitting. Obviously bump stops are a pretty critical part of your suspension, and it's basically a saviour for your shocks effectively. But yeah, moving forward from that, the main reason for this video is to show you something else that I've gone and purchased. With this build now, I bought this a long time ago. I can't remember, it might have been 4 years ago, may even be more than that. That's how fast time travels, and if you've been tuning in from the word go, you know this was a wagon originally. So the way the project has evolved, things changed over such a long period of time. I've completely changed the concept of the build, and we'll probably blame Mark for that, for good rather than bad, because he basically said, why have two vehicles doing the same thing? It looks different because it's an old vehicle, but a GQ chassis with very similar lift, tyres, etc., than this whole thing here, the GU. So that's set up for touring as well as like a pretty damn capable four-wheel drive, but this one won't be set up as nice to live out of for an extended period of time. It's going to be more of a trip, you know, chuck the swags in and a hot plate on the back of the tray and just go. It's not going to be, you know, kitchens and coffee machines and all this other shit that I don't really want. I wanted to build a vehicle, that looks pretty damn cool and is also super capable, doesn't have all the frills and extra weight of a tourer. Yes, you can live out of it with a swag, a hot plate that's chucks on a coals, like, you know, super basic. I love doing it personally. Less things to worry about. We're still going to have 12 volt set up with dual batteries and whatever, mainly for camera gear charging. But other than that, it's built for wheeling. So that is why I've gone for a ute and not a wagon. Mix it up a bit. The utes do look pretty damn cool. So anyway, back on track. The reason for going through all that again is if I had my time over and I knew where this project was going, I would have bought a ute. Now, reason being, I'm now going to have to fabricate a whole back wall, a roof, which is pretty time consuming. Also, I'm not a professional at this stuff, so that, you know, it's all a big learning curve for myself, more equipment to buy, which I thoroughly enjoy, but it does blow the budget on the project a little bit. So with that in mind, if we just sneak outside, I went and bought a ute. And this cab is in pretty damn good condition. A bit of rust here and there, but in general, a lot of parts that are good on the wagon I bought are not so good on this, and vice versa. Parts that I didn't have or weren't that great on that one in there are pretty good on this one. So the main reason for buying this, and I picked it up pretty damn cheap, was back wall. You know, it's got all these details in it. I'll clean it up before I start ripping it apart, but It's almost a shame to rip it apart. But these details in here, like, there's a bit of work in that for a beginner like myself. So even the roof gutters, and you know, there's still repair work to do on this. Window beads, and you know, there's a lot time-consuming process. I picked this up for $1,300. Doesn't have a gearbox. It has a motor in it. Also some small things like all these badges. They're complete on this one. Mine are a little bit ripped apart, broken. Guards, I can use some of this. Doors, these doors are probably in better condition than mine. Door hinges, I've got a couple broken ones, so there's a lot of parts on here that will come in very, very handy. Now I know there's a fair few G60 fans following along on this build, so if you do need something, especially chassis motor related, sing out, because I won't be using it. And if it makes sense as far as freight and whatever, or if you come and get it, you can pretty well have bits and pieces. It's better to use this gear since it's not made anymore than just scrapping it. So yeah, if you get in quick, because I don't want it sitting here forever, I'll put it out to anyone. If they want bits and pieces off the motor, sing out, let us know, email or through the socials, and yeah, we'll work something out. So justifying spending another $1,300, well, I do have a budget on this vehicle. It's not just like I've got endless amounts of cash to flick at it, hence why I'm doing, you know, a good portion of it myself. $1,300 is a lot that wasn't included in the budget originally. How I can justify spending that extra on it, basically for my hours to fabricate a whole rear wall, rear quarters with them compound curves, a roof, even parts that I can chop out of it that can help me extend bonnets and guards and stuff. So my hours alone, $1,300 compared to the hours to do that, is an absolute no-brainer. I'll be on top for sure. It pushes the project along, and the quicker the project goes, the sooner I can get out and enjoy it. Like, this vehicle is going to be used and abused as hard as it's going to be the first time to, you know, run the chassis along rocks and whatever. It's going to kill me, but that's what I want to do. That's what I built it for. I didn't build it for a show car. So yeah, which brings me to the next topic. If you're seeing this video and you're following along and you're in Adelaide or South Australia, this year it's going to be, as you see it right now, the four-wheel drive adventure show's on, and we're going to have this down here, as well as the Patrol and the Defender down on the Dobinson stand. So come down and have a look, have a gas bag. I'll be there, Mark will be there, Angus will be there as well. So letting you know that you can come and have a look in this raw state exactly how it is. That's why I've dummied it up with bonnet next and whatever on there. So come down and have a look. I think that's 25th to the 27th of this month, October 2023. So don't get confused if you see this video 3 years later. That's the G60 for the moment. GU, once again, you will see another video updating the 12 volt setup in this vehicle to something back into the current century. Lithium upgrade, so that is going to be nice. Literally for probably 4 or 5 years I've been having issues, and I think I've gotten to the bottom of it. Not just of AGM, but I'm pretty sure my alternator was well on its way out for a few years. So that video will be coming up. I'll show you in the back door what's going down. I've got draw system out, the water tank's out, so back to a pretty blank canvas in here. Let's put some, that won't work. So yeah, lithium will be back next to the drawers. I won't go into too much depth. I won't even show you up in that corner because we'll leave it to the video. But that's what's happening in the back here. The main reason I wanted to show you this is because the trip from about a fortnight ago, got home and then dash lights came on. So instantly thought alternator. I've never done one. I've had this car for 12 years now. I've never done an alternator. It's done that much winching. It's kept a lot of beers cold in some hot weather up north. It's had a tough life, that alternator. And for that to still be going, I'm sure it wouldn't be from factory from 2002. but I've never changed it in 12 years. I've just gone with the road safe. So, to be honest, I don't think I'll get the same amount of hours out of this one. I don't know, it just seems unrealistic, but hell, if I do, I'll be absolutely stoked. But yeah, what was this, like 370 bucks? I think it's basically a pretty generic alternator that you see other brands. So we need to slam that in, and that should fix the problem. So that's what's happening on the GU. I really want to push that work out because I want to get back on the G60. That's where I'm having all my fun. That's not all that's happening either. If we cruise up here, the loft has a door. It sounds like a room in here. So we're pretty well done. Gyprocking's finished, as you can see. It's got all the walls are painted, ceiling's painted. They just need to come back because they beat me to it, the painters, and I haven't second fixed it. Second fix for you guys playing at home and you don't know is skirtings along the floor and architraves around windows and doors. So if someone says first or second fix, first fix is framework, second fix is all the stuff that tidies up the loose ends. So then we'll get some lights, finish my flue. Sparky can come back and fit off his stuff. What we're thinking about doing with this space is setting up a bit of a podcast. We get pretty off topic, hence the name Sidetracked. So we feel that it might be a bit of a laugh, a few beers, yeah, see how it goes. We reckon it'd be a good bit of fun. Whether anyone tunes in is a different story. So that's just an idea. Maybe drop in the comments if you think that's a good idea or if we're just wasting our time. But yeah, that's a bit of a run around of what's happening at the moment. I thought it was time for a bit of an update, and there it is. So any questions, anything, any other G60 people are chasing motor parts or anything like that, I don't know the condition of them, but yeah. Sing out. Thank you for tuning in, and see you on the next video.